Is Verbier's Sybille Blanjean. She is fresh off a win in Georgia, really rising to the pressure. She was below the cut before Georgia and way below. She needed to win if she was going to move beyond the cut, and she did. A huge moment for Sybille Blanjean, 24 years old, right now sitting in 5th with a 6th, a 7th, and a 1st from the last event. So she's going to be riding a wave of confidence here into the Fieberbrunn Pro as Sybille Blanjean kicks things off for the last rider in ski women.
Dropping in from start 2, catching some air off the top windlip there. Making some turns above the Housel cliff. Does she want it?
Yeah, it looks like she does, taking the corner of it in a really, really good direction and clean landing for Sybille as she now gets on that downhill ski and just tries to get things back under control coming into this windlip, opting for a high line.
And lining up her next features, working her way through the funky snow there. It's getting a bit heavier with every turn. Catching some more air and riding out strong.
Yeah, solid here for Sybille. So you can see the old debris joined by some new debris as there is a feature over here. If she can get on that right ski enough to catch it, she does. Popping over the pepper and now way over on the rider's left. Nobody has ventured over here yet so far. And Sybille now redirecting herself back the other way to take this left side of the gully.
Making some turns there. The snow is getting a little bit trickier from the channel down, but she seems to be making quick work of it. Might be a little bit easier on this side actually than the lookers left of the channel. It does
look like it. Yeah, she was able to carry a bit more speed than we saw Hedvig Orman on the other side of the gully, and a nice feature there at the bottom, a little extra credit bonus there. So Sybille adding a piece to a similar line than we've seen from other riders. So it'll be interesting to see what the judges do with that, but a solid run from the Swiss rider there. And wow, ski women across the board, a lot of different lines, a lot of different options, but solid from top to bottom.
It's been a super exciting category to watch. A bunch of backies, some serious big mountain gnar in there. And yeah, exciting times.
Oh God, I was so scared for no reason. Oh.
So scared of the hustle, yeah, for sure. Let's take a re-look at that as she executed that very, very well.
Yeah, she lined it up really nicely, having the perfect amount of speed, and she actually went pretty deep on it and rode out super strong.
Yeah, which I think is the move here. Getting control there right into the takeoff, and then Sybille just needing to try to control that speed. And then this last feature, I really like the way she took that. She lined up the angles perfectly to minimize the impact and put herself out of the rollerball zone, which is really smart scoping there for Sybille.
Absolutely smashed it. I think that bottom right-hand section is a good shout for clean riding.
Yeah. Similar like you, I think. Sick. In the air, it's long. You have a lot of time to think if you're going to crash or not.
All right, well, score dropping for Sybille. It moves into the high 70s, 78, 6-7. So Sybille Blanjean putting herself into podium contention, just bumping out Astrid Chelus. It was a full redraw, so random draw for bib order on the second run, and Sybille Blanjean sitting on a 78.6 will be rider number 1 for ski women in run 2 here at the Fieberbrunn Pro, all to play for in the ski women's category.
She is dropping in from start 1. Looking strong. The snow's still looking pretty decent on that side, and she's crossing over onto the looker's right, catching some air time. It's a bit cut up in this section, but she's making quick work of it. Still wants a big chunk of the Housel.
Right off the nose, a slight redirection, a tiny bit of a backslap there for Sybille, as the bomb hole there is a whole lot bigger than it was the last time she went off that cliff. And now getting into this section that is turning into a beautiful corn snow slush in the afternoon sun here in Fieberbrunn. Sybille lining up another hefty one and a clean landing on that one as well.
We're seeing some fast riding here from the Swiss competitor. She's looking over to the right section to catch some more air.
almost getting her ski grab by that tree. That tree wasn't there on run 1. It's kind of popped out of the snow as things get a little bit more melty. Now Sybille going even further riders left than we saw earlier on, as she's going to look to make her way down this section, popping over the roller and popping over the glide crack. You can see the old lumps and bumps in the snow down on this low section.
It's not easy skiing, but she's looking pretty strong here, lining up another air and straight lining out across those bobbles.
Yeah, there's so much wet slide debris as the snow turning into balls, and all the slough from the upper section of the face ends up down in that part. So Sybille now pinning her way towards the finish. She's got to cross this little creek. There she gets across. It's safe and sound. So the Swiss rider out of Verbier going to be making her way towards the finish arch. Looks like she's got a bit of a sore shoulder. I wonder if the impact off the Housel cliff kind of slapped her arms back.
That might have been the case, but she did well to keep it in the 4 line so she could make a good recovery from that back slap.
Turning the music off as we look back at the run of Sybille Blanjean.
So here she is lining up the Housel. Let's see. Yeah, a bit of a back slap, but such a good recovery. Straight onto the downhill ski to make her way over to the right side, where she packs in a bunch more airtime.
Yeah, I really like the pop on that one. It set her perfectly into balance. Now she's just trying to run some of that speed off. And then here she got a little snaggled up in the tree, but no problem for Sybille. All of these riders, such strong athletes. They're able to just kind of, sometimes you got to muscle it out. And that's where the time in the gym comes into play. Big smile for all the homies back in Verbier watching Sybille Blanjean, 72.33, so that's going to be good enough for 3rd so far, which I think is where she was sitting after run